The sleek Chicago office buzzed with energy, glass walls reflecting the morning sun, the hum of phones and keyboards filling the air. I stood by the conference room, adjusting my blazer, my heart light as I watched Ethan, my boyfriend and CEO of Sterling Ventures, charm a group of investors. At 32, I was his partner in every way. Head of finance, loyal supporter, in love since our college days. We'd built this company together, and tonight's gala would celebrate our latest deal, a skyscraper project that had put us on the map. Trust was our foundation, and I felt unstoppable. Ethan caught my eye, his smile warm, his dark hair catching the light. "Lauren, you're killing it with those numbers," he said, joining me, his hand brushing mine. "Couldn't do this without you." I blushed, my voice soft. "We're a team, Ethan. Your vision, my spreadsheets. We're unbeatable." He laughed, pulling me close, his voice low. "More than a team, babe. You're my everything." His kiss was quick, warm, making my heart race. We'd been together 8 years, through late nights and big dreams, always side by side. He was my rock, the man who'd proposed last year, promising a wedding after this deal closed. The gala was tonight, a black-tie event at the Art Institute, and I'd planned every detail, catering, speeches, even Ethan's tie. "You ready for the spotlight?" I asked, straightening his collar, my voice teasing. "Born for it," he said, winking, his confidence infectious. "You'll be right there, my secret weapon." I smiled, picturing us on stage, announcing the deal, our future bright, a wedding, kids, Sterling Ventures soaring. Sophie, my best friend and our marketing lead, burst in, her tablet glowing. "Lauren, the gala's set. VIPs confirmed, press ready. You two are gonna shine." She hugged me, her voice excited. "You're the power couple. You know that?" I laughed, my cheeks warm. "Thanks, Soph. Just doing our thing." But her words felt true. Ethan and I were partners. In love, in business, our trust unshakable. I thought of our first pitch, his hand squeezing mine, our late-night talks about the future. We were building an empire together. As the investors left, Ethan grabbed his phone, his smile fading for a second, typing fast. "Everything okay?" I asked, my voice light, noticing his quick glance away. "Yeah," he said, pocketing it, his smile back. "Just a client, needy as always. Gotta keep him happy." He kissed my forehead, his voice warm. "See you at the gala, superstar." I nodded, the moment passing, but a tiny knot formed in my stomach. Needy clients, late texts. It was normal, right? He was busy, leading a company, and I trusted him. I pushed the doubt away, focusing on the gala prep. The office was alive, my team finalizing reports, Sophie tweaking the presentation. I checked the financials, my numbers airtight, the deal a slam dunk. Sophie joined me, her voice soft. "You okay, Law? You looked off when Ethan left." I smiled, shaking my head. "Just nerves. Sophomore big night, you know? Ethan's got it under control." She nodded, but her eyes lingered, her voice gentle. "You're his rock. But don't forget, you're a star too. Don't let him outshine you." Her words stuck warm but sharp. I thought of Ethan's charisma, his speeches, how I stay behind the scenes, crunching numbers. We were equals, weren't we? I trusted him, his love, his leadership. The gala would prove it. Us, together, unstoppable. Back home, I slipped into my gala dress, navy silk, feeling like a queen. Ethan texted, "You're gonna kill it, babe. Love you." I smiled, my heart full, the knot gone. The gala waited, our moment to shine, our trust solid. I imagined his speech, my hand in his, the crowd cheering. Sterling Ventures, our empire, was rising and nothing could break us. But as I grabbed my purse, his phone buzzed on the counter, a name flashing, Kara. My stomach twisted, just for a second. A client, I told myself, trust intact. The gala was hours away, and I was ready, blind to the storm coming. The Art Institute's grand hall shimmered with elegance, chandeliers casting golden light over black-tie guests, the clink of champagne glasses mingling with laughter. I stood by the gala's entrance, my navy dress catching the glow, my heart racing with excitement for Sterling Ventures' big night. Ethan, my boyfriend and CEO, was across the room, charming investors, his smile dazzling. We were set to announce our skyscraper deal, a triumph we'd built together. But a sting of unease pricked me. Small doubts from earlier. His buzzing phone, the name Kara, his quick glances, growing sharper, clouding my trust. Sophie adjusted her earrings beside me, her voice buzzing. Lauren, this is perfect. The press is here, the board's buzzing, and you and Ethan look like royalty. Ready for the speech? I smiled. My voice steady but tight. Yeah, Soph. Just making sure everything's set. I scanned the room, my eyes on Ethan. His laugh loud as he shook hands. He was in his element, but I noticed it. A woman, brunette, sleek dress lingering near him, her smile too familiar. My stomach twisted, the knot from this morning returning. Sophie followed my gaze, her voice low. What's up, Law? You're staring at Ethan like he stole your lunch. I shook my head, my voice soft. It's nothing, just... His phone's been blowing up clients, he says. And that woman, near him, who is she? Sophie squinted, her voice careful. Dunno, maybe a board member's wife. You okay? You seem off. I nodded, pushing the doubt away, my heart heavy. Just nerves, Soph. Big deal, big night. Ethan's got this. But the sting lingered, sharper now. I thought of the morning, his quick text, the name Kara flashing. A client, he'd said, but his eyes had flicked away, just for a second. Was I imagining things? We were partners, in love, in business, our trust solid. Yet the woman's glance at him, his ease with her, felt wrong. Ethan caught my eye, waving me over, his voice warm. Lauren, come meet the team. I walked to him, my smile forced. The woman stepping back, her eyes sharp, assessing. This is Lauren, my brilliant finance lead, he said, his arm around me, his touch steady. Couldn't do this without her. The investors nodded, praising my work. But my eyes stayed on the woman, now chatting nearby, her laugh loud. Who's that? I asked, my voice light, nodding toward her. Ethan's smile tightened, just for a moment, his voice casual. Oh, Kara, from the board's advisory team. Sharp, helps with deals. Don't worry, she's all business. He kissed my cheek, his voice warm. You're the star tonight, babe. I nodded, the sting growing, Kara's name hitting like a stone. The same Kara from his phone? I wanted to ask, to push, but the gala was starting, the crowd gathering for Ethan's speech. I followed him to the stage, my heart pounding, Sophie beside me, her voice low. Law? You sure you're okay? That Kara chick's giving me vibes. I'm fine, I lied. My voice shaky, standing beside Ethan, the spotlight hot. He took the mic, his voice booming, announcing the skyscraper deal, the crowd cheering. This is for my team, he said, his hand on mine. Especially Lauren, my partner in every way. The applause roared, but my smile was brittle. Kara's eyes on us from the crowd, her smile sharp, knowing. My trust in Ethan, so solid this morning, was cracking. the sting of unease now a warning. I thought of his late meetings, his quick texts, the way he'd brushed off my questions. Was it just work or something more? I imagined our future. Wedding, kids, sterling ventures, built on trust I wasn't sure I had. As Ethan spoke, I scanned the room, my PR brain kicking in, noticing details. Kara's closeness to board members, her ease with Ethan's team. Sophie whispered, her voice urgent. Law, watch her. Something's off. You need to talk to Ethan after. I nodded, my throat tight, the gala's glamour fading, the sting growing. The speech ended, the crowd clapping, Ethan pulling me close, his voice warm. We did it, Law. You're amazing. I smiled, but my eyes found Cora. Her glance at Ethan too long, too intimate. The trust I'd held, our partnership, was fraying, and I couldn't ignore it. The gala was our triumph. But a shadow was forming, a storm I hadn't seen coming, ready to break over us. The Art Institute's grand hall pulsed with celebration, the gala in full swing, chandeliers sparkling, the crowd of Chicago's elite toasting Sterling Ventures' skyscraper deal. I stood on stage beside Ethan, my boyfriend and CEO, my navy dress catching the light. My heart heavy with unease from Cara's lingering glances and Ethan's secretive texts. We'd just announced the deal. Our triumph as partners. But now Ethan's speech took a turn, and humiliation in the spotlight shattered my trust, leaving me exposed, betrayed, in front of everyone. Sophie stood nearby, her eyes worried, sensing my tension, her voice low. Lauren, you okay? You're pale. What's Ethan doing? I forced a smile, my voice shaky, gripping Ethan's hand. Just nervous, Soph. Big moment. But the sting of doubt, Kara's name on his phone, her too familiar smile, gnawed at me. Ethan held the mic, his voice booming, charming the crowd, his arm around me. This deal's a milestone, he said. And I owe it to my team, my vision, and, well, Lauren's numbers, of course. The crowd laughed, clapping, but his tone shifted, his smile sharp, his voice playful but cruel. Let's be real, he said, turning to me, the spotlight hot. Lauren's great with spreadsheets, but sometimes she's a bit overzealous. Like last week, rewriting my speech because she thought she knew better. Cute, but I'm the one steering this ship. The laughter grew, the crowd chuckling, some nodding, others glancing at me, their eyes pitying. My face burned, my heart stopping, his words a slap. Overzealous? Cute. I'd spent weeks on those numbers, saved his deal, and he was mocking me, in front of investors, the board, the press. Sophie's hand grabbed mine, her voice a hiss. What's he doing, Law? This isn't okay. I stood frozen, my smile brittle, tears pricking. But Ethan kept going, his voice light, cutting. Don't get me wrong, she's loyal, my biggest fan. But leading? That's my job. Stick to the math, babe. He winked at me. The crowd roaring, some clapping, others shifting, uncomfortable. Cara, in her sleek dress, stood at the front, her smile wide, her eyes gleaming, clapping loudest. My stomach twisted. She knew, enjoyed this, her presence a shadow now a storm. I pulled my hand from Ethan's, my voice low, trembling. Why are you doing this? I said, my words drowned by applause, my heart breaking. He leaned close, his voice a whisper, his smile fake. Relax, Law. Just a joke. Keeps them engaged. Don't make a scene. He turned back to the mic, raising his glass, oblivious to my pain, or worse, reveling in it. The crowd toasted, but I stepped back, my face hot, tears threatening, Sophie pulling me off stage, her voice fierce. That was cruel, Law. He humiliated you on purpose. What's going on with him? I shook my head, my voice breaking, tears spilling as we reached a quiet corner, the gala's noise fading. I don't know, Soph. He's never done this. Mocking me, in front of everyone. And Cora, clapping like she planned it. I trusted him, Soph, with everything. She hugged me, her voice steady. He's showing his colours, Law. That wasn't a joke. It was a power move, putting you down to lift himself. And Kara? She's part of it, I bet. You don't deserve this. I wiped my eyes, my heart shattered, the humiliation burning. I thought of Ethan's smile, his promises, our partnership. 8 years, building sterling ventures, planning a wedding, all while he mocked me, diminished me, with her watching. The crowd's laughter echoed, the press's cameras flashing, my shame public, raw. What do I do? I said, my voice shaky, my hands trembling. He's the CEO, Soph, my fiancé. How do I face him, them, after this? Sophie's eyes blazed, her voice fierce. You don't just face him, Law. You fight back. He mocked you, showed the world he's a jerk. Use that. Your smarts, your role. There's gotta be a way to hit him, make him regret this. I nodded, my pain shifting, a spark of anger flaring. Ethan thought he could humiliate me, keep me small, while Kara smirked. He was wrong. I was his partner, not his prop, and I'd make him pay, take his pride, maybe his company. The gala glittered, but my trust was gone, replaced by a wound, a fire. I looked at Sophie, my voice steady. The spotlight's sting, now a call to war. I'll find a way, I said, my heart set. He mocked me, but I'm not done. Sophie's apartment was a haven, the living room soft with lamplight, the city's hum muffled through the windows. I sat on her couch, wrapped in a blanket, my eyes red from crying, my navy gala dress discarded in a heap. It had been hours since Ethan humiliated me at the Art Institute, mocking my work, calling me overzealous and cute in front of Chicago's elite, his betrayal slicing deep. Kara's gleeful clap, the crowd's laughter burned in my mind, and now, wounded in the silence, I was breaking, my trust in Ethan, our partnership, shattered, my heart raw with shame. Sophie handed me a mug of tea, her face tight with anger, her voice soft. Lauren, I'm here, she said, sitting beside me, her hand on mine. You don't have to face this alone. What he did, it was cruel, unforgivable. Talk to me. I sipped the tea, my voice shaky, tears spilling. I can't stop hearing it, Soph. His words, the laughs, Cora's smile. He made me feel small, like I'm nothing. 8 years, building his company, loving him, and he mocks me in front of everyone. She hugged me, her voice fierce. You're not nothing, Law. You're brilliant. The brains behind Sterling Ventures. He's the one who's small, needing to put you down to feel big. And Kara? She's in on it. I know it. I nodded, my chest tight, the pain overwhelming. I saw her, Soph, clapping, like she planned it. And his phone. Kara's name. Late texts. Are they together? Was this whole night a game to him? Sophie's eyes narrowed, her voice sharp. Maybe. He's acting different, arrogant, sneaky. That speech wasn't a joke. It was a stab. And she was his cheerleader. You trusted him, and he betrayed you, publicly. Her words cut, the truth raw. I thought of Ethan's smile, his proposal, our nights planning the skyscraper deal. We were partners, equals, or so I'd believed. But his words, stick to the math, babe, echoed. The crowd's pity, the press's flashes searing my pride. I thought of Kara, her sharp eyes, her closeness, to Ethan. Was she his mistress, his ally, or just a boardroom player? The silence after the gala, his texts begging to talk, unanswered, left me wounded, lost. What do I do? I said, my voice breaking, tears streaming. I love him, Soph, even now, but I hate him too. He humiliated me, made me a joke. I can't go back to the office, face the board, the team, after this. Sophie grabbed my shoulders, her voice steady. You don't go back as his shadow, Law. You go back as you. Smart, fierce, the one who saved his deals. He mocked you, showed his weakness. Use it, hid him back. Take something. His pride, his company, something. I stared, my pain shifting, a spark of anger flickering. Take his company? I said, my voice soft but growing. Sterling Ventures is his, but I built it too. My numbers, my plans. What if I could? Sophie's smile was fierce, her voice low. Exactly. You're head of finance, Law. You know the books, the board, the deals. There's got to be a way. Leverage, a loophole, allies. He thinks you're cute. Show him you're a queen. I nodded, my tears slowing, the spark growing. Ethan's betrayal was a wound, but it was also a weapon. I thought of my role, my access, my skills, financial strategy, boardroom savvy. What if I used that? Found his weaknesses, turned his empire against him. I imagined him, smug, thinking he'd won, while I planned, silent, deadly. Tomorrow, I said, my voice steadier, wiping my face. I'll go to the office, check the files, see what's there. He can't know I'm fighting. Not yet. Sophie hugged me, her voice proud. That's my girl. Cry tonight, Law, but tomorrow, you start. He mocked you, but you'll take his pride, his kingdom. I nodded, my heart still broken. But the silence wasn't empty now. It was a space to plan, to heal, to fight. I thought of the gala, Ethan's words, Cora's clap. They'd humiliated me. But I wasn't the weak partner they thought. I'd find a way, use my wounds to fuel my fire. The couch was a refuge, but tomorrow the office was my battlefield. And I'd begin in silence to take what was mine. The Sterling Ventures office was a maze of glass and steel, the morning light glinting off polished desks. But the air felt heavy as I sat at my finance desk, my laptop open, my heart a storm of pain and purpose. It was the day after Ethan's public humiliation at the gala. His mocking words, overzealous, cute, still burning. Cora's gleeful clap, a fresh wound. I'd cried in Sophie's apartment, wounded in silence. But now, the seeds of retribution were planted. A vow to take Ethan's company and pride. To make him pay for betraying our partnership, our love. Sophie stood by my office door, her voice low, her eyes fierce. Lauren, you sure about this? Coming back here after last night? The board's whispering, the staff's curious. You're a rock star for showing up. I nodded, my fingers typing, my voice steady despite the tears threatening. I have to, Soph. He mocked me, made me a joke, in front of everyone. I'm not running. I'm fighting for me, for what I built. She grinned, leaning against the desk, her voice sharp. That's my girl. So, what's the plan? You're head of finance. You've got access. How do you take his company? I took a deep breath, my eyes on the screen, pulling up financials, board reports. I don't know yet, I said, my voice firm, but I'm starting here. Every deal, every dollar. I know it better than him. If there's a crack, a mistake, I'll find it. He thinks he's king, but I'm the one who made his throne. Sophie's eyes lit up, her voice excited. Smart. He's arrogant, probably sloppy. Look at the skyscraper deal. Your numbers saved it. Maybe there's leverage, board members who don't trust him, or dirt on Kara. She's got to be part of this. I nodded, my heart racing, the spark of anger growing. Kara, her smile, her closeness to Ethan, her name on his phone. Was she his mistress, his ally, or both? I thought of the gala, her clap, her eyes on me, mocking. She was tied to this, and I'd find out how. I'll check her, too, I said, my voice cold. If she's board advisory, there's a paper trail. Emails, contracts, something. Sophie pulled out her phone, her voice low. I'll dig too. My marketing team's got contacts, board assistants, gossip. If Ethan's slipping or Kara's involved, someone's talking. I smiled. Her support a lifeline, my vow of retribution taking root. I opened the company's financials, my eyes scanning, revenue, expenses, the skyscraper deals contracts. I knew every line, but now I looked deeper, for cracks, for Ethan's arrogance. A flagged transaction caught my eye. A $200,000 payment to a vague consulting firm. No details, signed by Ethan. My stomach twisted. Was this Kara? A payoff? Fraud? Soph, look, I said, pointing, my voice steady. This payment is weird. No vendor name, just Ethan's signature. Could be nothing or something, she said, her voice sharp, snapping a photo. Dig into it, Law. If he's hiding money or paying Kara, it's your ticket. I nodded, my fingers flying, pulling emails, searching for the firm. A message from Ethan to Kara popped up, buried in a folder. Keep the consulting quiet. Board's nosy. My heart pounded, the seed sprouting. He was hiding something, with her, and I'd found the first thread. The office door opened, and Ethan walked in, his suit crisp, his smile forced. Lauren, he said, his voice soft, nervous. You're here. I'm sorry about last night. It was a joke. Got out of hand. Can we talk? I closed my laptop, my voice cold, my eyes locked on his. A joke? You mocked me, Ethan, in front of the board, the press, everyone. You made me small, and I'm done with it. His face fell, his voice pleading. Law, I messed up, okay? I love you. You're my partner. Let's fix this, please. I stood, my voice steady, my vow burning. Fix it. You broke us, Ethan. I trusted you, and you humiliated me. Don't expect me to smile and forget. He reached for me, but I stepped back, Sophie's eyes fierce behind me. Lauren, don't do this, he said, his voice shaky. We're a team, Sterling's ours. Not anymore, I said, my voice sharp, walking out, Sophie following. The office buzzed, eyes on us, but I didn't care. Ethan's betrayal was fuel, his company my target. The transaction, Kara's email, was seeds, and I'd plant more, find allies, build my case. He thought he'd won, mocking me in the spotlight. He was wrong. I was wounded, but not weak. And I'd take his pride, his kingdom, one calculated step at a time. The quiet coffee shop hummed with morning chatter. The smell of fresh pastries grounding me as I sat in a corner booth, my laptop open, my heart a mix of pain and purpose. It had been 3 days since Ethan's public humiliation at the gala, 2 since I vowed retribution, digging into Sterling Ventures' financials to find his weaknesses. The seeds of my plan, to take his company and pride, were growing. But today, a game-changing discovery came from an unexpected ally, shifting the battle, giving me the power to dismantle Ethan's empire. Sophie sipped her latte across from me, her voice low, her eyes scanning her phone. Lauren, the office is buzzing. People are talking about Ethan's speech, siding with you. I've got gossip from a board assistant. Says Kara's been pushing deals Ethan loves, but they're risky. You find anything yet? I nodded, my fingers trembling, pulling up the flagged $200,000 payment I'd found, tied to a vague consulting firm and Ethan's email to Cora. "This," I said, my voice steady. "It's weird, Soph. No vendor details, and Ethan told Cora to keep it quiet. I think it's her or something shady." Sophie's eyes widened, her voice sharp. "Shady? Like fraud?" "Law, if he's funneling money, that's huge. You need more, though. Proof. Names." Before I could answer, a man approached. Mid-40s, grey suit, his face tense but kind. "Lauren Brooks?" he said, his voice low, glancing around. "I'm Mark Reynolds, board member at Sterling. I heard about the gala, what Ethan did. I can help if you're fighting back." My heart raced, Sophie's hand on mine, her voice cautious. "Help how? Why should we trust you? You're Ethan's board." Mark sat, his hands clasped, his voice steady. "I don't trust Ethan. He's reckless, pushing risky deals, ignoring the board. That speech, it showed his arrogance, and I'm not the only one who sees it. You're finance head, Lauren. You know the numbers. I've got something you can use to take him down." I leaned forward, my voice low, studying his face. "What's in it for you, Mark? Why betray Ethan?" His eyes hardened, his voice bitter. "He screwed me over last year, took credit for my deal, cost me a promotion. I want him out, and you're the one to do it. You're smart, respected. The board listens to you, even after his stunt." Sophie's voice was sharp. "Proof, Mark. What have you got?" "No games." He slid a USB drive across the table, his voice low. "This has board emails, Ethan's side deals, including that consulting payment. It's not a firm. It's Cara's shell company, funneling money for personal use. He's embezzling Lauren. And I've got the paper trail. Transfers, contracts, her name all over it." My heart leaped, my hands grabbing the drive, my mind racing. Embezzlement. Ethan stealing from Sterling with Cara. The gala's humiliation, his mockery, now made sense. He was hiding bigger sins, using me as a distraction. "How do I know it's real?" I said. My voice steady, my vow of retribution flaring. "Check it," Mark said, his voice firm. "You'll see. I've got more. Board votes. Allies who want Ethan out. If you move, I'll back you, quietly. You could run Sterling Lauren better than him." Sophie grinned, her voice excited. "Law, this is it. If he's stealing, you've got him. Board, law, everything. You can take his company, his pride, all of it." I nodded, my throat tight. The discovery game-changing. "I'll verify it," I said, my voice steady. "If it's true, I'm in, Mark. But I stay in control. No leaks till I say." He nodded, his eyes steady. "Deal. Meet me tomorrow. I'll bring more. Ethan's done, Lauren. You're his reckoning." We left, the USB drive burning in my purse. Sophie's voice buzzing. "Law, here's your ticket. If this is real, Ethan's toast. Jail boardroom, gone. You're not just taking his company, you're taking his life." At Sophie's apartment, I plugged in the drive, my heart pounding, files loading, emails, bank records, Ethan to Cara. Move another $300K, call it consulting. Lawrence, too busy to notice. My hands shook, tears of anger falling. He'd mocked me, humiliated me, while stealing with her. The board emails showed dissent, Mark's allies ready to vote Ethan out if I led. "Soph, it's real," I said, my voice steady, my vow alive. "He's a thief, and I've got proof. I'll take his company, his pride, everything." She hugged me, her voice proud. "You're a queen, Law. He mocked you, but you're gonna rule." The discovery was my weapon. Mark my ally, the seeds of retribution now a forest. I'd verify, plan, strike, and Ethan would learn. His spotlight was mine, and I'd burn his kingdom down. The Sterling Ventures boardroom was a fortress of glass, the Chicago skyline looming through the windows, the air thick with tension. As I sat at the table, my laptop open, my heart a steady fire. It had been a week since Mark, my unexpected ally, gave me the USB drive proving Ethan's embezzlement. $500,000 funneled through Kara's shell company, his mistress and accomplice. My vow to take his company and pride was now a plan, and I was dismantling his kingdom, using the evidence, board allies, and my financial savvy to unravel Ethan's empire, piece by piece, from the shadows. Sophie stood by the door, her voice low, her eyes fierce. "Lauren, you're a genius. The board's meeting tomorrow, and Mark says 3 members are with you. Ready to vote Ethan out if you present the proof. You've got this." I nodded, my fingers organizing files, my voice steady. "It's not just the vote, Soph. I'm leaking the embezzlement to the press anonymously right after. His clients, his deals, they'll drop him when they see he's a thief." Sophie grinned, her voice excited, pulling up a draft press release on her phone. "My media friend's ready. CEO caught in fraud scandal. No trace to you. It'll hit when the board votes. Total chaos. Ethan won't know what hit him." I smiled, my heart racing. The plan tight. Mark's drive was gold. Emails, bank transfers. Ethan and Kara's scheme clear. I'd verified it, cross-checked with Sterling's books, found more. $1.2 million total, siphoned over a year, hidden as consulting. My finance role gave me access, and I'd built a case, board reports, audit trails ready to present. But I'd stay quiet, let Ethan think I was broken, until the vote. Mark met me that afternoon, his suit crisp, his voice low. "Lauren, the board's restless. Ethan's pushing a new deal, risky, and they're doubting him after the gala. Your evidence plus my allies will flip them. You could be CEO if you want it." My heart leapt, my voice firm. "CEO? I want his throne, Mark, but I need to lead, not just win. Can you guarantee the votes?" He nodded, his eyes steady. 3 are solid, 2 more are wobbly. Show the proof, call out his fraud, and they'll turn. Ethan's done, but you've got to be bold. I nodded, my vow of retribution ablaze. Bold? I'd been bold, saving Ethan's deals, building Sterling. Now I'd use that to burn him down. I thought of the gala, his mockery, Kara's clap, the crowd's laughter. They'd humiliated me, but I was dismantling his kingdom brick by brick. Sophie's phone buzzed, a text from her contact. "Press is set," she said, her voice sharp. "Leak goes live tomorrow, post-vote. Clients are already shaky, 2 pulled meetings after the gala rumors. You're hitting him everywhere." I nodded, my heart steady, opening an email from a board member, hesitant but curious. "Lauren, is Ethan stable? We trust you." Trust? They trusted me, not him, and I'd use it. I drafted a presentation, sharp damning, slides of transfers, emails, Kara's shell company, Ethan's signature. I'd present tomorrow, call for a vote, expose his fraud, and take his chair. Ethan walked by my office, his face tired, his voice soft. "Lauren, can we talk? I'm sorry, I was an idiot. I need you. We're a team." I looked at him, my voice cold, my eyes steady. "Team? You mocked me, Ethan, made me a joke. We're done talking." He flinched, his eyes pleading, but I turned away, my heart set. He thought he could charm me, keep his throne. He was wrong. Back at Sophie's, I rehearsed, my voice steady. "Sophie, filming for Rise Up, my new platform anonymized inspiring women to fight back. He's crumbling, she said, her voice proud. The board, the press, his clients. You're taking it all, Law. I nodded, my pain afire, the gala's wound fueling me. I thought of Kara, her role in his fraud, her smile at my fall. She'd lose too, but Ethan was first, his company my prize. The boardroom waited, my evidence ready, allies in place. I'd dismantle his kingdom, silently, swiftly, and tomorrow he'd see the queen he'd mocked, rising to take his crown. The Sterling Ventures boardroom was a battlefield, its long glass table reflecting the Chicago skyline. The air charged with anticipation as I stood at the head, my laptop open, my heart a blazing furnace. It had been 8 days since Ethan mocked me at the gala, a week since Mark's game-changing evidence proved Ethan's embezzlement with Kara. Today was the throne room clash, where I'd confront Ethan, present the proof, and seize his company, stripping his pride in front of the board, fulfilling my vow of retribution with a victory that'd echo beyond these walls. Sophie waited outside, her voice a whisper through my earpiece, her eyes on her phone. Lauren, the press leak's ready. CEO fraud scandal. Hits in an hour, post-vote. Mark's allies are in. The board's tense. You've got this, Queen. I nodded, my voice steady, my blazer sharp. The USB drive's files loaded. Emails, transfers. $1.2 million stolen through Kara's shell company. The board sat, faces grim. Mark's nod subtle. 3. Allies ready? 2 wavering. Ethan entered, his suit perfect, his smile strained, his eyes flicking to me, nervous. Lauren, he said, his voice soft. You sure about this meeting? We can talk. Fix things. I met his eyes, my voice cold, my vow burning. No talking, Ethan. Sit. The board deserves the truth. He frowned, sitting. The room hushing, my heart pounding, but my resolve iron. Mark opened, his voice firm. We're here to review leadership, post-gala concerns. Lauren, you called this. Go ahead. I took a deep breath, my voice clear, ringing through the room. Board members, I've served as finance head, built Sterling Ventures with Ethan. But his leadership's failed us. He's not just arrogant, he's a thief. I have proof. $1.2 million embezzled, funneled through a shell company run by Cara Daniels, his advisory consultant. Gasps rippled, Ethan's face paling, his voice rising. Lauren, that's insane. You're upset, I get it. But this, lies. I clicked my presentation. Slides, glowing, emails. Ethan to Cara. Move the $300K, keep it quiet. Bank records, his signature, $1.2 million gone. These aren't lies, I said, my voice steady, fierce. You stole from Sterling, from us, while mocking me, your partner, in public. You're unfit to lead. The board leaned in, eyes wide, Mark's allies nodding, the waverers shifting. Ethan stood, his voice shaking, desperate. This is personal, Lauren. You're mad about the gala, twisting things. Cara's legit. Those payments were for deals. Legit, I said, my voice sharp, sliding a contract across the table, Cara's shell company exposed. A fake firm, Ethan. Your signature. You humiliated me to distract from this. Your fraud, your lies. The board trusted you, I trusted you, and you betrayed us all. A board member, Ellen, spoke, her voice cold. These documents, they're damning, Ethan. Explain now. He stammered, his face red, his voice breaking. It's a mix-up, I swear. Lauren's blowing it out of proportion. She's... Enough. I cut in, my voice fierce, tears in my eyes but my heart strong. You mocked me, called me cute, while stealing millions. I built this company, saved your deals, and you tried to break me. I'm done. I moved to remove Ethan as CEO, effective immediately. Mark stood, his voice firm. I second. Vote, now. The board murmured, hands rising. Mark, his 3 allies, then Ellen, the waverer, her eyes on me, trusting. 5 votes, enough. Ethan's face crumpled, his voice a shout. You can't do this, Lauren. It's my company. My vision. Your vision? I said, my voice steady, cutting. I was your vision, Ethan. Your numbers, your deals, your throne. Now it's mine. The chairman, grim, spoke. Motion carries. Ethan, you're out. Lauren, interim CEO, pending review. Security, escort him. Ethan lunged, his voice desperate, grabbing my arm. Lauren, please don't do this. I love you, we're a team. I pulled free, my voice cold, my eyes locked on his. You mocked me, betrayed me. You're no team. Get out! Security led him away, his shouts fading, the board clapping, Mark's nod proud. Sophie burst in, her voice through the earpiece. Law, the leak's live. Press is swarming, clients dropping him. You did it! I stood, tears falling, my heart soaring but heavy. The clash was over. Ethan's kingdom mine, his pride dust. But a deeper truth waited, his betrayal more than fraud. The boardroom was my throne, but the fight wasn't done. I was Lauren Brooks, and I'd won, ready for the final truth. My new CEO office was a tower of glass, the Chicago skyline sprawling below, the weight of sterling ventures now on my shoulders. It had been 2 days since the boardroom clash, since I exposed Ethan's $1.2 million embezzlement with Cara, ousting him as CEO, taking his company, his pride. The press leak had worked. Clients fled, his name was toxic, his empire dust. But the pain of his betrayal, his public mockery, lingered. And tonight, with Sophie and Mark, the mask fell away, revealing a deeper betrayal that reshaped my victory, fueling my resolve to secure my throne. Sophie sat across my desk, her laptop glowing, her voice excited. Lauren, you're a legend. Interim CEO safes, firm from fraud, is everywhere. The board's begging you to stay permanent, and Rise Up is blowing up, women calling you their hero. I smiled, my heart steady but heavy, my voice soft. Thanks, Soph, but it's not over. Ethan's gone, but I need to know why. The gala, Cara, the money. Was it just greed or something worse? Mark leaned against the window, his voice grim, his face tense. It's worse, Lauren. I didn't want to hit you with this right after the vote, but I found more in the board's private files. Ethan wasn't just stealing, he was sabotaging you, deliberately, to push you out. My breath caught, my hands gripping the desk, my voice low, urgent. Sabotaging me? What do you mean, Mark? He mocked me, sure. But what else? Mark opened his tablet, pulling up emails, his voice steady but sharp. These are from Ethan to Cara months ago. He planned the gala speech, told her to make Lauren look small, keep her in line. He was scared of you, Lauren. Your smarts, your influence with the board. He wanted you sidelined, maybe fired, so he could run the company with her, no questions. I stared, my heart shattering, tears burning, the emails brutal. Ethan. Lauren's too good. Board loves her. Mock her. Make her doubt. She'll back off. Cara's reply. I'll clap loud. Make it sting. My hands shook. The deeper betrayal. A knife. He planned it, I said, my voice breaking. The gala, humiliating me, wasn't a mistake. He wanted me gone, with her. Sophie's face hardened, her voice fierce, grabbing my hand. He's a monster, Law. The affair, the money, now this? He didn't just cheat. He tried to destroy you, your career, your heart, to keep his throne. Mark nodded, his voice soft. There's more. Cara wasn't just his mistress. She's his fiancée. He proposed to her last month, while stringing you along. The embezzlement was their exit plan. Steal, run, leave you with nothing. My world tilted, tears spilling, the mask falling. Ethan's true face clear. A liar, a coward, plotting my ruin while I loved him. I thought of his gala wink, his cute jab, Cara's clap, the crowd's laughter. 8 years, my trust, my work, all a game to him, with her as his prize. How could he? I said, my voice shaky, my heart raw. I built his company, Soph, gave him everything, and he wanted me erased. Sophie hugged me, her voice steady. You weren't erased, Law. You fought, took his company, his pride. He's in jail. Cara's fled. And your CEO. He lost. You won. Mark slid the tablet to me, his voice firm. Take this to the feds, Lauren. It's not just embezzlement. Conspiracy, fraud, targeting you. They'll extend his sentence. And the board? They're yours. Permanent CEO, if you say yes. I nodded, my tears drying, my pain afire, my vow of retribution complete but evolving. Ethan's deeper betrayal, sabotage, a secret fiancée, was the truth behind his mask. And I'd use it, ensure his ruin, secure my crown. I thought of Sterling, my office, my platform rise up, now inspiring thousands. I'd won, but this truth fueled a new fight. To lead, to heal, to rise higher. Claire's phone buzzed. A news alert. Ethan charged with additional fraud. Cara named, her career over. They're done, Sophie said, her voice proud. You broke them, Law, and you're just starting. I stood, my voice steady, my heart strong. I'll take the emails, Mark, to the feds, the board. He mocked me, planned my fall, but I'm standing. Sterling's mine, and I'll lead it, better than him. The office was my throne, the city my kingdom, Ethan's mask gone, his betrayal bare. I was wounded, but not broken, ready to rule. My victory just the beginning. The Sterling Ventures Gala was a triumph. The grand ballroom ablaze with chandeliers. Chicago's elite toasting my reign as permanent CEO. I stood on stage, my emerald dress shimmering, my heart full. A framed photo of Lily, my inspiration from another story, on the podium, symbolizing strength. It had been a month since the boardroom clash, since I exposed Ethan's embezzlement and Cara's role taking his company. The mask of his deeper betrayal, sabotaging me, planning to marry Cara, had fallen, and now, crowned in victory, I'd taken his pride, his empire, rising as queen of my destiny, Sterling mine, my legacy secure. Sophie stood beside me, her smile wide, her voice proud, her phone buzzing with alerts. Lauren, you're killing it. Rise Up is global. Your speech tonight's trending. Women calling you their idol. Ethan's in prison, Cara's gone, and Sterling's soaring. You're a queen, crowned. I laughed, tears pricking my eyes, my voice steady. We did this, Soph. You, Mark, me. From that gala, his mockery, to this. I'm free. She hugged me, her voice soft. You're more than free, Law. You're ruling, building something bigger than him. For you, for everyone. The crowd cheered as I took the mic, my voice clear, strong. Thank you, Chicago, I said, the room hushing. A year ago, I was mocked, humiliated by Ethan Carter, Sterling's former CEO. He betrayed me, stole millions, tried to break me. But I fought, exposed his fraud, took his company, his pride. Today I'm your CEO, leading Sterling to new heights, and Rise Up on my platform. Lifts women like me, betrayed but unbroken, crowned in victory. The applause roared, cameras flashing, board members standing, Mark's nod proud. I told the story. Ethan's gala speech, chorus clap, my pain, Mark's drive, the boardroom vote, the Fed's charges. We're not victims, I said, my voice fierce. We're queens, building empires from ashes. Join me, rise, rule. A woman approached after, her voice shaky. Lauren, your podcast saved me. I left my toxic job, started a firm because of you. I hugged her, tears falling, my heart full. This was my crown. Not just sterling, but purpose, lifting others. As Sophie and Mark had lifted me. Mark joined us, his voice warm. Lauren, the board's unanimous. Permanent CEO, stock options, full control. Sterling's yours and it's thriving. New deals, clients back, all because of you. I nodded, my throat tight, my voice steady. Thank you, Mark, for the drive, the votes, believing in me. We're building something real now. At dinner, Sophie, Mark, and my mum toasted, their voices warm. Mum squeezed my hand, her eyes wet. You're my warrior, Lauren. You rose, made us proud. I smiled, my voice soft. For you, for me, for every woman he mocked. Lily's drawing, the sun, hung in my office, a reminder of strength, though she was from another tale. My apartment, sleek and mine, waited, a home Ethan couldn't touch. I checked my phone. A new client. A TED Talk offer for Rise Up. Messages from Women Inspired. Ethan was in jail. 5 years, Cora vanished. Their betrayal a scar, but not my story. I opened my laptop, drafting a new Rise Up post. He mocked me, I wrote. But I took his company, his pride. Crown myself queen. Rise with me. Build your victory. I hit publish. The likes flooding, each a brick in my empire. Sophie raised her glass, her voice proud. To Lauren, crowned in victory, ruling her destiny. I clinked my glass, my heart light, the garless wound healed, my throne secure. I was Lauren Brooks, queen of sterling ventures, my empire shining, ready for the future, crowned not by him, but by me, victorious, unbreakable, forever.